How is it going, everybody? Let's go for another ride. You ready? Today we're going to venture off somewhere different, and that has to do kind of with the video that I did before where we talked about toys from kids and everything. So let's get to it. Now this video, like I said, is going to be along the same lines, but not exactly. Yes, it's going to be having to do with toys, but more importantly, antiquing, things that we remember, finding cool stuff while we're out, just general shopping. And there'll be a section at the end of it, so don't miss that section. Some of the cool things we find today as we go. I'm going to add that in. We won't be riding. We won't be rambling. We'll just be showing you some of the things that we found that we thought was cool. Yes, I said we. The wife's with me on this little junket. So now, when I was growing up, my family wasn't into fancy cars, fast cars, fancy furniture, nothing like that. And as I've mentioned in the other videos before, I as a child never hurt for a single thing. I had everything I needed. I always had new clothes. I always had new clothes. I always had new shoes. You know, whatever I needed. And it's just like the old days. Today's no different. A lot of people will say it's different, but it ain't. Every school season, you always got those brand new shoes that were real stiff and those brand new clothes that itched you the first day of school, no matter how many times you washed them. But that's a whole different video, so I digress. As we ride down this nice country road, heading to where we're going. And where we're going, you may ask, it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. We're really not going there, we're going through it. We'll go there another day if this series continues on. But it's somewhere out of a very, very popular sitcom TV show. And I know many of you have heard of it, Andy Griffith Show. And we'll get on to that when we get there. Now, I'm going to let it be a surprise as we ride. But like I said, my parents, they didn't buy the fanciest stuff. You know, we had new furniture as far as not all beat up, falling apart, stuff like that. If something got shackly or wore out, it was gone. We got new. But we also didn't live a luxurious lifestyle either. Your common ranch-style house. We lived in that until, I don't know, I was preteen. Then we started moving around a little bit. My dad got sick. So we started moving a little, you know, we sold the house so that we could have money to help with some of his medical costs and whatnot. Plus my parents had by then and then got older, so they really didn't want to do all the upkeep. They couldn't do all the upkeep. And they wasn't going to pay somebody to do all the upkeep, so we started renting places like condominiums or, you know, stuff like that. Not apartments per se. You know, we rented townhomes and condos. But my parents was never into like I said, the fancy cars, the fast cars, even antiques. And I love antiques. The wife and I try to go at least once a month. We don't make it a plan, but, you know, it ends up being that way. We really like going looking at antiques and collectibles and stuff like that just to see what's out there, keep up with the latest trends. Because, you know, when you go into some of these booths, the way they have it decorated is the current style that everybody's decorating their houses. So my wife will pick up some of those tricks and ideas and buy a few things and take it home and freshen up the house. But my parents never really did that. We never went to flea markets. We never went to yard sales. So I guess that's why I enjoy it so much being an adult now. Because I could do anything I want to, you know, as long as it's legal. But I can go to the yard sales. If there's 100 of them that day, if I'm not tired and I got a few bucks, or if I just want to go look, I could go to all 100 of them if I decide. If they're within range, of course. I'm not going to drive states over to go to one. Well, let's slow down for this stop sign. Well, let's look both ways and make sure it's safe. Yeah, a little bit of traffic coming. But, you know, like I said, me being an adult now, I can go to however many places I want, stay as long as I want, walk as long as I want, leave when I want. It's totally up to me. And that's what makes it so great. But where my love of antiquing and stuff comes from, I don't know, because I really like the older stuff. I remember some of the furniture my grandparents had, and of course my family had when I was young. And of course, like I had mentioned in the other, alright, let's go. Alright, like I mentioned in the other video, the toys. Some of the toys that I remember back then, I thoroughly enjoyed. I don't have them now, of course. I wish I did, or I could be rich. But I remember them. So my love of antiquing and stuff, I don't know where it comes from, but I really thoroughly enjoy doing it. I enjoy just riding through the countryside with my wife on a trip there. You know, you always hear people say it's not destination, but rather the trip. And that holds true for so many things, especially in this day and time. You know, because when you get there, it's going to be a hassle. You have to wear the mask or the face coverings. And I have a health condition, and it's very hard for me to breathe through a mask or even a lightweight face covering. It's very, very hard. I do it to protect myself and to protect you. So when these grown-up people say, oh, I can't breathe through it, BS. I can do it. You can do it. Put on your grown-up panties and let's go. But the destination, you know, getting to go roll through countryside like this and everything, going, you know, every once in a while we'll pick somewhere we hadn't been, or we'll go absolutely completely different way, just to spend time together, just to ride through the country, look at the trees, the yards, the houses, and you'd be amazed. I find some cool stuff right doing like that. I see old cars parked out behind people's houses, trucks, stuff like that, farm equipment, and it brings back memories from my childhood. And then I'll go to talk to the wife. Did y'all ever do it? Have you seen anything like that? Have anything like that? You know, it just brings back a lot of memories. And that's what makes it so great. You know, you just ride and you look and you talk. You talk about nothing in particular and you look at nothing in particular. You just go. And you see all kinds of things. You get to see how the trees are doing, how people's yards are looking. Is this person being junky? Is that person being junky? It's just, it's a stress reliever. I strongly recommend just getting in the car and going, just driving nowhere. Just go down a road you've never been down just to see where it comes out. And you'd be amazed at how it takes your mind off of everything. I mean, it doesn't cost that much. You don't have to go that far. Stop and put $5-10 of gas in the car and just ride. That's all it takes, just ride. But where we're headed off today is a place that we've only been to one time before. And at the time that we went there, they was just in the early phases. We really didn't care for the layout and everything. It's just an old mill with a lot of different rooms and stuff. But it was large. It was a lot of stuff. But, you know, it wasn't our cup of tea at the time. And we've heard that it's become so much more now. So the wife and I looked it up on Facebook and stuff, you know, and on their website, looking to see the pictures that they have added and whatnot. And by all accounts, it has become a much better place. So we decided to head up there. And one of the reasons is we noticed in one of the photos that there's one or two people that sell Hot Wheels, Johnny Lightnings and stuff like that. So, you know, of course that piqued my interest. Let's go. But, you know, you got to keep in mind when you go to these places, you got to be looking for something. If you're going to be looking for Hot Wheels or something like that, you got to be looking for something specific. Because when you get there, you know how these antique places are. It's not like a flea market. A flea market, you can haggle a little bit. These type of indoor places, there's nobody there. Some of them will say prices firm as you walk in the door. Some of them will generally offer or allowed to take 10% off just to get the sale. In some places, you can actually have them call the owner and make an offer. Now, they don't like to do it because it takes time. You know, these people are getting paid by the hour to work there. So, you know, they really don't want to do it because now you're having to pay them to call the owner. But in the same sense, they're getting paid to do it. You know, no matter what they're doing while they're on the clock there, as long as it's job related, they shouldn't mind. But I've gotten talked to kind of smart before for asking that. So, you know, you kind of have to be weary or you have to be ready. But in this video, when we get there, I'm not going to show you a whole bunch of what was inside. You know, I'll just make, you know, 5-10 minute extra little clip on the end. So, like I said, be ready for it. Some of the weird stuff, I'm not going to show you everything, just some of the weird stuff or some of the stuff you don't see that much. And here we come. We're coming up on that little small town I was telling you about. So be ready. But we're going to ride there. We're going to look around. I'm going to be looking at Hot Wheels, of course. I found some cool ones that I ended up purchasing. I found some that I actually want to purchase. Oh Lord, behind 2 roofing trucks. But anyhow, I found this one booth that had the old Fall Guy truck and Christine car, stuff like that. You know, that's Johnny Lightning and Green Light. I didn't purchase any of those because I knew I'd be coming back. I didn't want to spend a bunch today. I just wanted to go look. But I'm definitely going back. The wife and I are planning on going back this weekend if nothing falls through. So yeah, I might be making another video then showing, you know, more of the cars and whatnot. But I'm going back specifically to get the Fall Guy truck because I picked up a few other things that I really wanted while I was there, and left a few things that I really wanted while I was there. But you know, the wife's seen some stuff that she was really interested in and everything. So, but that's the point of going to these places. Like I say, just going to the Dollar General stores, the Dollar Trees. You meet the people that work there by constantly going, and you start networking. You hear about things, and they tell you about things, and you know, it's just so much fun doing these types of things. And this place we're going, like I said, it's an older place. We've been there one time before, but this time was a lot better. They had the lighting was a lot better. They're currently putting on a roof. They're redoing the roof on it. Like I said, it's cleaner, it was brighter. They now sell food there, and it's just more of a nicer experience, if you will, than the first time. Because the first time you just basically walk to an indoor flea market with nobody there, as far as to sell. I mean, talk to about buying stuff. Nobody tried to help you. You know, you might have passed 1 or 2 people while you were there, and it was real dim lit. So it was okay, and we put it in the back of our mind that we'd be going back. Like I said, the name of the place is White Owl. It's in, God, I forgot what it's called. And for those that are paying real close attention, the sign that we just went by, we'll get back to White Owl in a minute. The sign that we just went by, if you didn't pay attention to it, like I said, just back it up. I'll tell you the name of it when we get up here. But it's straight out of Andy Griffith. And it's a nice, quaint little town. And a lot of old historic houses. That's a beauty right there on the right. I would love to own something like that. Be a pain in the butt to heat, I bet, and cool. But, man, that's the price you pay. If you can afford the house, you can afford to do it. But as we come up here to the only stoplight in town, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the name of it. Mount Pleasant. That's right. You've heard it in so many Andy Griffith stories and tales. Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. Well, here we are. This is Mount Pleasant. The road going right to left is Main Street. There's Moose Drug Company. There's 73 in Main. There's the drug company over to the left. People are currently pulling up getting their vaccines. There's one car out there now. But we're going to be driving straight through. Like I said, we'll come back and might even walk up and down the street a little bit. As we left the White Owl and came back through this way, the wife and I went down the road, went to the right and left a little bit just to see what's there. But here it is, Mount Pleasant. And up here you're going to see a very, very different colored painted house. Fire department coming up on the right. You can see the sign right there telling you there's a fire department. It is right there, that parking lot to the right. But as we'll drive through and see some of these older houses and everything, it's very nice. It's very upkept. Speed limit's only 35. You know, you don't want to hit a pedestrian or somebody's dog running out. And I wouldn't want somebody flying by my house like they do now either. So I would love, and it's 35 in front of my house, and they go by 55 and 60. But up here on the left, let's see, I think it's over this hill right here. Yep, look at this house on the left. Holy moly, 2 different shades of purple, lavender, or purple and pink, however you want to look at it. And the wife took a picture of it when we came back through, so I'll try to remember to put it in. I pulled over and she actually took a still photo of it. But as we get up here to the next light, which is just a mile or so through town, we'll be coming up to the intersection, and White Owl will be directly across the street on the right. And right about now, yep, there it is. There's the post office, there's the Burger King, stoplight, and you see that big white building over there on the right, that's White Owl. We're actually going to be going through the stoplight, and the parking lot will be off to the right, where I turn right, behind the Circle K. But you know, it's not that far of a ride from my house. It might be 20-25 minutes from my house, so it's not that far. We normally go to another place called the Depot in Concord or Kannapolis, and it's a 200,000, 400,000 square foot building. Very nice place, a lot of great stuff. I don't know how big this place is, but it doesn't really matter. It's pretty good sized, as you can see right there on the right. You can see how they got it marked off on the roof. But there it is, White Owl Antiques. You can see all the tar paper and stuff on the right for the roof. So they're invested some money, which is great. And the parking lot's actually full. But when we get inside, you really don't see that many people. I might have passed 10 people all day. Just a really, really fun place. Well, like I said, we're not after anything specific. I come to look at the Hot Wheels, but we're not after anything specific. And as we go in, yeah, I'm just showing you a quick little overview. There's the shingles, they're putting a new roof on, and it's just a really, really nice place. I'm going to go ahead and stop and add some music and just let you enjoy some of the strange and fun things that we see. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will talk to you later. Thank you so very much for watching.